Hello, I'm Dr. Richard Okoye. We're going to take today's presentation very cool, because you will get to know a lot of erroneous impression, a lot of misconception people have with respect to the sexual health as well as also issue that has to do with pregnancy. In this video, we will be able to find out the difference between the semen and the sperm. What a man pours out during sexual intercourse, is there any difference between it and what we call the sperm of the man? In this video also, we will answer the question, is it possible for a man with weak erection to be able to achieve pregnancy? In other words, what is the difference between weak erection or impotence and infertility? Yeah, we will go further also in this to look at the major concern of so many young men, and that has to do with the issue of penis size vis-a-vis the sexual satisfaction it offers. Does the size of the penis actually matter? And if it does, how could you be in position to get what you are actually looking out for? Because I will also show you a product for which you can get it or 13 inches or 15 inches, whatever you want. In this video, you will be able to get correct information, professional information about this sensitive subject, as it were. Now, let's look at the issue of premature ejaculation as in regards to weak erection. Is there any difference between these two subjects? And if there is, what is that difference and how could such be handled? Looking at one more subject, and that subject has to do with the issue of concern. So many women, so many couples that married, perhaps not have been able to achieve pregnancy, will come up to tell us, that after having intercourse with my wife, the whole sperm will pour out. Does that also mean that my womb is blocked? I think it will be very interesting for you to know some of these things that so many people have become so confused about. Some are feeling they are not even a man anymore by reason of their penis size. How do we help these people? That's why we're here.
You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
Welcome back. Let's look at the first subject here. And that subject says, as a query, is there any difference between what a man pours out during sexual intercourse, otherwise called semen, and what we conventionally call the sperm? Is there any difference between them? Yes, a lot. The semen represents what a man pours out during sexual intercourse. Okay? It is a fluid that actually come out from, not from the testes only. 60% of it comes from the seminal vesicle, 20% of it comes from the prostate, and also the corpus cell, only 3% of it comes from the testes. And that is also where the sperm comes. Alright, so what you see as a sum total of what a man pours out during sexual intercourse is called the semen, not the sperm. Alright, however, inside this very semen, you can see living organisms called the sperm swimming through that particular fluid. Okay? On some occasion, very unfortunate to tell you, you may see nothing. And that is what is called azoospermia. Now, have a look at it. This is a sperm that is poured through the vagina, and it comes in this particular fluid. And if you look at it right now, and this particular semen, when you subject it into a microscope, you will see some tiny sperms inside. Like this particular one produced about 300 million sperm. I tell you, this is fantastic. But some men, you may even find nothing inside, and a number of them like that. However, if you subject this further into using what is called micromanipulator, that is used in ICSI assisted reproductive technology, you can see the sperm magnified 2,000 times. Now, this very sperm It's what makes the difference when it has to do with fertility, ability of a man to achieve pregnancy. If these very sperm are not adequate as measured, at that point you can say that this man has low sperm count and not been able to achieve pregnancy, perhaps unaided. Okay, so that is a very remarkable thing. So don't say, I know what the kind of sperm I'm pouring out. You may pour out that, nothing may be there. You get that? So that is the semen and the sperm.
You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
Let's look at the second subject. Is it possible? Listen. Is it possible for a man who has weak erection to be able to achieve pregnancy? In other words, what is the difference between impotence and infertility? These are usually used interchangeably, whereby you say the man is weak. In other words, weak erection implies, and some men will be boasting, listen to me, I know myself, madam, I know how I charge, I know what I'm pouring out. No. A man could charge, and also a man could pour whatever you see called semen, and may not be able to achieve pregnancy because of the content of it is inadequate. All right? Now, the definition goes this way. Infertility simply defined as inability of a man to reproduce. What the organization said, the inability of a man to achieve pregnancy, having unprotected sexual intercourse while coexisting with a period of duration of 1 year or the other. Be that as it may, it simply implies inability of a man to be able to reproduce. All right. Now, coming to the aspect of impotence or weak erection, it is simply means inability of a man to achieve and sustain an erection. Now, when it has to do with the issue of ability to reproduce, ability to achieve pregnancy, it is completely different pathway when it has to do ability of a man to achieve erection. Erection process goes this way. There is a nerve at the back of a man at the level of the what's called thoracolumbar vertebra. This very parasympathetic nervous system, when a man is sexually aroused, it gets a signal like what could be described as having a mask that could be able to pick a signal, and he sends that signal to the brain. The brain processes it and releases a chemical messenger called cyclic guanosine monophosphate. It is this cyclic guanosine monophosphate that forces blood to go into the chambers of the penis, and erection occurs and could be sustained also. All right. Now, why the issue of infertility is a different thing altogether, resident with the ability of the testicles to be able to produce the sperm in the seminiferous tubus. Okay, so they are completely different. Now, the possibility that a man could achieve erection but could have problem with achieving a pregnancy, but a man who has a good testicular function may not be able to achieve erection all the time. But the one day will God give and strength, he manage just like this and go inside and discharge the content of what he has that is okay. That man can still be in position to achieve pregnancy. That implies that a man with weak erection could still be able to achieve pregnancy if his own testicular function is good and capable of producing the sperm. So that is one great thing, that a man has weak erection never means the man is also unable to achieve pregnancy. However, that a man achieve erection does not guarantee the fact that he could also achieve pregnancy. Very key in order not to delay if you have a challenge with the issue of low sperm count.
You and Your Health with Dr. Richard Okoye.
I do hope this is making sense to you. You can like our page, you will get a lot of facts, professional information, not gimmicks, not just being made up because you want to whet your appetite with a lot of false information. But here is where you can visit this website. We have a lot of professionals that could also answer to all your health needs. In a situation in your life where there is no doctor, doctorsavilife.com can still be there for you to give you professional solution. Okay. Finally, is the aspect of size. Woo! You know, of course, it's a concern of every young man. Does this very size matter? Yes, I need it big.